we get now 47 cents for what we used to get $1. And no wonder seniors are in trouble, and more seniors. And the state is not going to let us raise the state sales tax. They're totally against it. So that means our local real estate taxes are going to go up. And the new game, incidentally, is to convince you to sell your house through this reverse mortgage phony baloney. Basically, you're just selling your house. And that'll make up for some of the COLA you're not getting, the government is not giving you on your Social Security. I'm sitting here talking to perfect strangers. Let me introduce them. This is Connie Whitman, and this is Teresa Perrin, and they are the president and vice president of the United Senior Council of Chautauqua County. As I say, not to be convinced with the United Senior Citizens, which is totally confusing to me. It baffles me. And I want to thank Teresa for bringing this very handy thing. If you haven't got one, you might want to get it. You all recognize this, I'm sure, as the pill thing. It has Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. You load it up once a week, and you pop it open, and you can tell whether you took your pills or not.
Helpful.
And yeah, at my age, I'm not sure. So,
well, we're all forgetful, so.
Very handy gadget, and she was kind enough to bring me one. If you go to the health fairs around the county, which occur from time to time, you often get an opportunity to pick one of these up. They usually give them to you. Humana, I notice, is making these and giving them out.
Right.
Very handy gadget. All right. So you're the United Senior Council, and Teresa's going to be doing most of the talking. She's the underling, the vice president.
This year.
Pardon?
This year. I was president the last 2 years.
She tells me that she and Connie change over every year, and they still hold president, vice president usually, which is the way it is with a lot of organizations around here. If you got some real talent, you use it. Okay, Teresa, I wanted to ask you now, what is the United Senior Council? Who gets into it? What's it made of? Where does it meet? What's it do?
Okay, United Senior Council started about 34 years ago. And I believe Russ Dietrich was very instrumental in the start of the organization. It consists of representatives from the various senior citizen groups in Chautauqua County, as well as groups that offer services to the seniors and any senior that wants to join that's 50 years of age and older. The purpose of the organization is to provide support, friendship, and opportunity to get together, meet new people, new seniors, discuss issues that are concerned to them, get speakers to come in to give us knowledge, education, so forth. It's meant to be a support group for seniors. And we've tried, well, Connie and I have been there, and I believe the presidents before us, we always hold a workshop every year, which is meant to be educational and fun, and then we hold a big social event in the fall for seniors. It used to be called a senior dance, but now because so many seniors have lost their spouses, we just call it a big social event, which is, it's a lot of fun. This past year, we held a senior wellness day with Emeritus at Lakewood.
That's where this came from, maybe.
Right, from our wellness day. Senior Council looked at it, and we decided to offer that. It's the first one that we've done. We had many health organizations come provide free literature information, screening, handouts, and then Emeritus, along with the Senior Council, provided a free lunch to every senior that attended.
Free lunch. There was a free lunch.
So I don't know if they came for the information and the screening or the free lunch, because we gave out a lot of free lunches. But it was very successful, and we had a lot of good feedback from it, so we'll be doing it again next year.
But I think we need to get to the purpose of what the United Senior Council is. And as a member of the statewide senior action, they mandate for different things. Right now, they're working on the prescription drug plan. They've mandated for the healthcare proxy, EPIC. So, and we have delegates that go to Albany to represent this group.
How often do you go up to Albany?
Well, I think they meet. I'm not quite sure about that.
Once a year, maybe.
I'm not quite sure how they.
We have a representative that goes, and he comes back and brings us the information.
Yeah, well, it's a visit to your legislators is very important.
Yes, yes.
Andy Goodell, who used to be our county exec, I might add, and Kathy Young, who's done an awful lot for Chautauqua County.
Sure has.
She's been terrific. But they are the people you want to talk to up there.
We sometimes get involved in letter writing campaigns.
Uh-huh.
So if we know there's an issue at stake and the letters will help, we get in touch with the various senior citizen organizations and ask them to have their people write letters.
Uh-huh.
And that was a big help to Office of the Aging when they were facing budget cuts, because so many of the seniors wrote in
Uh-huh.
and expressed the need to have Office of the
Well,
Aging and all the good that they can do.
first thing they're doing in budget cutting is to throw the seniors under the bus.
Right.
On the state level, on the federal level, they want to cut another $500 billion. That's not $1 million or $1 billion, trillion, which they cut 2 years ago. Another $500 billion, $500 billion out of our Medicaid. You won't be. You'll be lucky if you can get a bandage.
And so many of the seniors can't afford to live now.
Right.
You know, they're very stringent.
And the drugs, being what they are, so expensive. The government trashed the EPIC program, but then they brought some more money into it, and it recovered somewhat, not completely, because there are new standards now. The means test, you know. Which,
But at least they didn't eliminate it, though.
Yeah, yeah.
Thank
They
goodness,
saved it.
Thank goodness for that.
Right.
Because that, I think, United Senior Council had a lot to do with that.
Yeah, well, the EPIC program is a means by which seniors who are low income, and not that low, you can qualify with the two of you for $50,000. At least you could. I don't know what they changed. They might change that too. Again, to cut a lot of seniors out of it, but it gave you an inexpensive price on drugs. It was an insurance almost, and it did help, does help, and Part D is helping, contributing also. EPIC was supposed to cover the donut. I don't know if they did or not, but there's a period when you have spent so much money on drugs, you don't get any more money until you've spent a whole lot more.
Right.
And that's called the donut hole, and seniors are trapped in that, a lot of them, with no, I mean, if you're paying, some of these drugs are hysterical because the drug companies are basically, they have a license to steal. They will charge you, say, $50 a pill for something that costs them 2 cents. It was developed by your money, incidentally. Much of the development is funded by the United States government. And once they develop it, then they own it. They start charging you crazy prices. Seniors are in real trouble because of that. I don't know. Well, you said you do a lot of legislative jockeying. You do advocate for seniors.
Right.
a lot,
That's
especially in Albany.
the main purpose, to advocate for seniors. It's also a social gathering. It's for people 50 years and older. We meet once a month, the second Thursday of every month from 10 to 12. The locations vary. We go from Lakewood to Panama to, we go to Stowe, Forestville, Frewsburg,
In other words,
Finley Lake.
You are a movable feast.
Well, yeah,
Go around.
we
Every
have
month we move.
every senior hosts. They take turns hosting us.
I see. Unlike the other seniors, the United Senior Citizens, who always meet at the, over in Fredonia, at the,
Right.
what club did I mention? I gotta look all these things. Which one?
Beaver.
The Beaver Club, right. How could I forget that? You know, the tail of the beaver is considered a delicacy, I might add. It's very tasty.
really?
Yeah?
I'll pass.
You don't want any beaver tail?
No, thank you.
There is a group called the Beaver Tail Caterers over there, too, I might add. Okay, so,
The nice part of going to the different organizations and having them host, they sometimes provide the speaker, but we get to hear more about what their group is doing.
Yeah.
So each time you host, if it's Lakewood Bustard Golden Ages, we provide the refreshments when the meeting is done, then we give a synopsis of what our group is doing in the community, so forth, which is good.
You had something you talked to me about, which is the Let Freedom Ring. I was
Right.
curious about that. Now, what is that?
Okay, I came upon this many years ago when I worked at a nursing home, and then I kind of left and it slept for a while, and then I came to United Senior Council with it and asked if they would be interested in sponsoring it. Basically is, on the 4th of July, ringing a bell 13 times for the 13 colonies at 2 o'clock. This came about by the Sons of Revolution many years ago, and I think it was President Carter that issued a proclamation stating that it's only fit and proper to celebrate the 4th of July with the ringing of bells 13 times in honor of the many men and women who gave their life the supreme sacrifice so that all of us may have freedoms. On the 4th of July, we always celebrate with fireworks and picnics and parades and so forth. But sometimes we tend to take our freedoms for granted. And this is like a push to say, I'm proud to be an American, I'm proud of the freedoms I have, stand up tall, ring a bell 13 times in memory of the people that gave their lives and our freedoms.
And so, how, is this catching on?
Well, we started it last year, and we're hoping it'll get a little bit bigger. It's like anything, it starts small and it gets bigger. So we're going to put a lot of publicity into it this next month and hope that people will ring their bell 13 times. It can be a little bell, it can be a car horn that you blast, it can be a fire siren, it can be church bells, anything 13 times at 2 o'clock. And if it's too loud of a bell, it could be just one big bang, but at 2 o'clock. And my feeling is if everybody would stand tall and say, I'm proud to be an American and do this, you could open up your door, go outside, and you could hear bells ringing all over. I just think it'd be wonderful.
Yeah.
And United Senior Council feels the same way. And we've kind of sponsored this with Emeritus, the senior citizens at Emeritus. Last year we started a bell ringing ceremony there, and that's just something that we're going to do from now on.
Well,
Our
good.
veterans take part in
Is
it.
it catching on in other states?
Many states do it already.
Oh, yeah?
It's a national celebration. It started in Philadelphia, but I was reading on the internet about other states that do this, but I've never heard anything about New York State participating.
Huh. That's interesting, but if you got one of those boat horns, you know, they're awful loud.
I
They'd
know.
be great.
That would be nice.
That would be
Yeah.
So it would be nice
Yeah.
if Chautauqua County was the first county in New York State to start this and really do it. It would be wonderful.
Well, let's hope it catches on.
Yeah.
It's called
We are hoping.
Let Freedom Ring, right?
Right.
And
Very
you
simple.
can look it up in the internet, apparently.
Right.
Just put it in a Google it
Right.
up.
You can.
All right. So you do many interesting, good things for the community,
Mm-hmm.
such as promoting this sort of thing. Americans tend to party a lot on national holidays. My family partied a lot on Memorial Day, which incidentally used to be Decoration Day when I was
Right.
a kid. And the deal was you went up and decorated the graves of your family and honored your family members. And now it's sort of been co-opted by the government, and now you remember the people who died in the war, all our wars. Whether we need them or not, like Afghanistan, I might add. May I make a political comment and suffer the damage? But so you guys do a lot of good things. You're apparently pretty patriotic because you do the Freedom Ring thing, and you have you collect all kinds of coupons. What do you do? What is this?
Well, Connie and I are also members of the Bust-I Golden Agers, Lakewood Bust-I Golden Agers. And I came to them with an idea that I heard about collecting coupons for the military overseas, the military families, because their cost of living overseas is so much more than ours. So the idea is to collect coupons and to send them. So we started publicizing this. We started in our group collecting coupons. We have a man that took over the whole program, Richard Anderson. And Richard actually lived in England for a while and knew about the couponing over there. So he visited some bases, and as a result, we now send coupons to England, to 5 bases, to Japan, to Turkey, to Germany. And to tell you the truth, there might even be other places I don't even know. Richard's got the whole run with this. It is self-supported in that Richard paid for the first box, I paid for the second box. They were like $11. Since then, donations have come in. Once in a while, our group pays for a box, but we have churches that send us some money. The veterans groups help collect the
Legions.
coupons, and legions, and participate in sending the boxes over also.
How many coupons can you put in a box? It's $11
Well,
box.
you know, I can't really tell you, but Richard can.
Thousands.
Over
Thousands.
10,000.
Thousands.
Lots of them. Lots of them.
He has a way with numbers and crunching the numbers, and he's figured out that by August, which will be our 2nd anniversary, we will have sent well over 1 million coupons overseas.
These are coupons for what?
Manufacturer's coupons, anything, not a Tops or Wegmans, but a manufacturer's coupon for anything. They clip them. We take, at first we took all the coupons we could get, but then it was so many, we had to kind of sort it down. So the manufacturers give us 6 months on the coupons. So if it expires in June, it's good till December. So what we do is take the month before, this is June, we would take May's coupons, Junes and anything after June. That way they have a longer life.